Welcome back, everybody. Sive here with ForexPeaceArmy.com. Let's take a look on the gold market. Let's make an update review. So in general, our scenario that we discussed yesterday is completed. This is not of our credit, just because external factoring has helped gold to show the upward direction, or better to say, to take some risk off, as a new announcement of the ceasefire has been provided by the media. Personally, I think that all this ceasefire is temporal, because the conditions that Iran would like to get, it is unacceptable for the United States. And I think that they will try to use this 2-week pause just to accumulate the ammunition and the troops for the next stage of the operation. Other words, they will lose the Middle East, and Iran will take the control of the region. It's big risk for the petrodollar, and actually this will be the final point in the political career of the Donald Trump in this case, and not only him. Just they talked about in a ceasefire, it's already Israel is bombing Lebanon today in the morning, so that is very fragile background, tricky, and I wouldn't actually share the euphoria that now stands on the markets. I think it's still early for that. Anyway, we've got this upside action that we talked about. This was very accurate. So on the daily chart, we have the bullish trend. Market is not there, but it's still struggling with the 48 level, so it's against the resistance. What we could keep an eye on in the nearest time. On the 4 time frame chart, here's what has happened. Precisely as we said, bullish dynamic pressure, breakout, OP very accurately has been reached, 4850, and now market stands on the retracement. Speaking about the technical picture, for market right now, at least for a bullish context, this consolidation is becoming the vital one, because if markets by some reason would drop below the lows of the 45.60, 45.65, it was dropped below it, it will be negative for overall bullish performance, and it might be the starting of some bigger reversal to the downside. To keep overall tendency here, market has to stay above this area. It should stay outside of this consolidation preferably, but at least should stay above this level. Maybe it will even could hold this kind of the trend line. It's based on this triangle, but I also have this one. It's a bit longer. It's not very accurate actually, but you understand what I'm talking about. So somehow it should stay with the upper performance, forming high lows and high highs. That's critical. Keeping this moment in mind, it's relatively easy to consider levels that, well, theoretically, we could keep an eye on for possible position taking. So for on the hourly chart, you could see what we have. Currently, since market hits the target, it is logical to expect some pullback, especially when we're coming gradually to the personal consumption expenditures numbers, to the CPI numbers on Friday. So that's also could make impact on the market. Also, it will be a non-stop news stream probably from the Iran in the nearest couple of sessions, and they will just increase the volatility significantly, I suppose. Around the vital area, you could see the 44, 45.70 conference support. That's probably our important level for the bulls at least. Another one stands around 46.65. Why this level is actually important? You can see that it's not just a combination of some lower border of this triangle, or previously you can see was also resistance, but if you take a look at the carefully, you can see that here was also support, breakout, resistance. This was also support, and even earlier you could see that, well, in general, I'll just show you a bit more picture. You could see that here is also was resistance at this level, and once again here was slightly lower, but in general it's more than enough for intraday charts. So this level is important. That's why it should work nice. At least it should become the nice indicator for understanding whether market is just keeping the bullish tendency or it's breaking it. We will understand it based on the performance of the market around this level. While it stands above it, everything good. So we could consider some bullish patterns, for instance, I don't know, something like Gartry's triple to buy, for example, if we'll get some ABC retracement, something like this. But if we'll see the chances that it will be break down, well, that will be negative for short-term trading and probably will turn sentiment into bearish. So that's what we have currently. As a bottom line, right now I do not see a lot of things to do because market stands at the resistance and at the OP target. We need some pullback. Once we will get it tomorrow, maybe on Friday, we should get some setups to consider for position taking alongside, because currently we have bullish context on the daily chart and actually on intraday charts as well.